Thank you for joining us. In this video, we will take a deep dive into the role and work done by a business data analyst. In the last video, we discussed who a business data analyst is and what they do. I am Priya Telang, a senior data analyst with a diversified professional experience of 10 years in various MNCs. I am passionate about using data to solve problems, and I am a Tableau desktop specialist and IIBA certified business data analyst. So what is business data analytics? Let us understand that first. Studying the vastly growing data in size and variety can be very daunting. But specific techniques, competencies, and practices of business data analytics can be instrumental in exploring, investigating, and visualizing business data. Now, examining this data wealth has been very rewarding and gives insights into the past, present, as well as the future. So the goal of business data analytics or BDA is to obtain insights from data that lead to improved decision making. Before data came into the picture, most decisions were intuitive, often influenced by biases. But with data to back up the decision, there is a good amount of confidence in making decisions. So BDA helps organizations transition from intuition-based decisions to data-driven decisions. Business data analytics can solve business problems or find new growth opportunities for improvement. So to summarize, BDA changes the decision-making paradigm from intuitive to data-driven by using specialized techniques, competencies, and practices. Now, business data analytics requires a very high degree of integration between the business, technology, and data science. This can be achieved only when skilled business analysis professionals lead key data analytics practices. And so, we have the role of a business data analyst. Let us understand the role of a business data analyst. So, BDA is a business analyst working on a data analysis project with unique skills. So, they are problem solvers bridging the gap between the business and the technical teams. They speak both languages and bring the teams together. We will use the framework defined by IIBA, consisting of 6 core domains comprised of techniques, practices, and competencies for performing business data analytics work in the projects. So the first domain is identify the research questions. Now, work done in this domain provides the goal for the analytics initiatives by identifying the business problem or opportunity. So what is the task of a business data analyst in this domain? The first task is to define the business problem or opportunity. Here, they understand the data view of the problem, like where is the data generated, who is generating it, who is using it, etc. They also identify and understand the stakeholders involved. The BDA gets an overall understanding of the organization's current functioning, the organizational expertise and capabilities, like whether the organization can undertake the analytics initiative, the resources present, and the business processes. They also look at how data is flowing throughout the organization. The BDA creates the vision for the desired outcome of the change to handle the business problem or work on the business opportunity. Using all this information, they facilitate stakeholder discussions and help the team reach a consensus to formulate the research questions for the analytics initiative. Moving on to the second domain, which is source data. So in this domain, appropriate data is collected for the research question formulated earlier. Data scientists and BDAs work together to collate data. BDAs suggest relevant data that may provide accurate results to the analytics problem. They look at the different sources, data structures, how to merge different data, the level of detail in the data, and so on. And if data is unavailable, they look at how it can be collected. Also, non-functional requirements like data privacy, security, retention, volume, timing, and other service level agreements are also reviewed by the BDA. During data collection, a BDA supports data professionals with data setup, preparation, and collection. They get business stakeholders' approval on the data sources and work with the data professionals to assess the data quality. Now, once good quality data is available, we move on to the next domain, which is analyze data, where data scientists analyze the data to derive insights. A BDA works with the data scientists to prepare an analysis plan outlining which algorithmic models are suitable, how will the data sources be joined, or what data cleaning is required, and so on. Analysts understand the mathematical techniques and models in sufficient detail to explain the analysis approach to business stakeholders. For example, why a particular mathematical model may be chosen for the given research question. A BDA provides business domain understanding to the data scientists while performing an initial exploratory analysis of the data. And finally, with basic statistical and data science tools and technology understanding, BDA assesses the analytics approach taken to determine whether the results from the data analysis are helping to answer the business question. So this is the role of a business data analyst in this domain of analyze data. So they don't work on creating mathematical models, but they collaborate with data scientists to bring in the business perspective. Next is the interpret and report results domain. So this domain involves converting the analytics results, which are the data trends, patterns, and distributions, into business insights, which are business relevant facts, and determining the best way to communicate them to business stakeholders. Now, to effectively communicate with the stakeholders, stakeholder communication needs are understood by the BDAs. BDAs with the data scientists analyze the data patterns, trends, and distributions derived in the analyze data domain to see if they provide any real applicable business insights. To communicate the business insights derived from the data insights, BDAs create data visualizations and data stories for business stakeholders. So basically, stories are intended to make it more engaging and to involve the stakeholders actively in implementing the insights discovered. Then we move on to the use results to influence business decision-making domain. So this domain involves using the analytics results to enable decision-making that generates value for the organization. So BDAs make the analytics results accessible to stakeholders by recommending and explaining the different options. They outline an implementation strategy, identifying constraints, risks, estimates, dependencies, and so on. They initiate the work required to make the recommended changes and integrate them into deployable solutions. They also identify and resolve factors that may lead to resistance to implementing the analytical insights. And lastly, in the guide organizational level strategy for business data analytics domain, we explore how organizations can embed analytics initiatives into the organizational architecture and overall decision-making framework. So we won't go into much detail here, but a BDA is actively involved in developing the organization-wide analytics strategy, analytics team building, and the data strategy. So to summarize, I would say that a business data analyst is actively involved in all the stages of the project and plays a vital role in the project's success. They ensure the analytics initiative is successful and provide tangible outputs to promote business growth. So I'm sure you must have enjoyed listening and understanding to what exactly does a business data analyst do, what are their roles and responsibilities. Thank you so much.